as all these events were going on, finally some change has to come, and we were talking about the king has accepted the National Assembly and he has accepted the constitution also. He recognized everything and he said, I will be following the rules and regulation. So the topic goes on in your textbook. It is 2.1. France becomes a constitutional monarchy. Now, the king has totally accepted the constitution. He is the king, but it will be always there. Election will not be held because we are saying constitution, it is not democracy yet. The election is not held. He is the king and his son also will be the king, but they are supposed to follow the rules and regulations. That is what is known as your constitutional monarchy. So, here we have a small description. It is in 1791. Actually, when the drafting has started, 1789 at the Versailles Tennis Court. And the 2 years they have taken, continuously they were working on to that one. They had to make lots of rules and regulations and they had to remove these rules, many of the privileges and the harsh rules they had to remove, and they had to draft a constitution. So it has taken 2 years. So 2 years, 1791 constitution got drafted. Totally the whole of the drafting was completed, and decentralization of power. Before they used to have, the king was having the whole of the power and the other people were not, and final decision was always in the hands of king. So that centralization they have removed and they have departed, they have given the departments, they have separated the whole of the organs, they have given some of the responsibilities and they said you have to work, those responsibilities are this which we are following at present. It is legislative, executive and judiciary. It is according to the democracy, and in the very beginning I said Montesquieu has given this idea. And they said at that time they have proposed this one and they started with this, and in constitution also they have written the system. These are the organs they will be having and responsibility will be divided accordingly what are the works they have to do, and it is known as your constitutional monarchy where your monarch will be in your legislative part. Election is not held, rest of the whole of the thing as we are following in the present day, the same way it was written and so very nicely executed in those days. This is what your France becomes a constitutional monarch. We shall be looking into the citizens now. One part we have looked into the estate parts. Now we will be seeing they have divided their country into passive citizens and active citizens. That board we will be looking into. The active citizens, some of the qualities or the features they will be having, and the passive citizens, and what exactly, why did they go with such kind of division, we will be looking into the next board. As the topic was going on, it is the constitution has been drafted, the king has taken the acceptance, he has accepted the constitution. But in the constitution, what exactly they have given the social status to the citizens. This is a small explanation we have, and the citizens also were given like they were divided into two parts, that is active citizens and passive citizens. Active citizens only could vote and they had some of the points, if they clarify those points, they will be included into active citizens. And women and children, directly they were into the passive citizen, and the people who don't come into this category are into the passive citizen who have no right to vote there. So this is how they have divided. Let us go into small discussion here. The citizens into active and passive, and the active citizens after the divisions and who are satisfying that particular points, they were nearly about 4 million people in France. The first one is the active citizen only men, the women and children not allowed, so it is only men, and the men who are about 25. At that time they have given, like now we have it as 18 is our voting right age. At that time they have given it as 25. 3 days wage as tax. The person who is earning, male who is earning and who pays the tax, which is exactly 3 days wage, whatever he is earning, it is the amount becomes to 3 days wage. If that much of tax he is paying, then only he is eligible to go for the voting. He will be included here. If his tax amount is less than his 3 days wage, then he is not entitled to this one. Even that was a clause there. Means altogether we can say almost this package is for little wealthier people. Obviously your first and second estate people are coming into this category. In spite of the land has been confiscated, the properties have been taken away, but still they are wealthier. The first and second are coming into and the third estate first box people, the big businessmen, the educators, teachers, lawyers, these will be coming in this category. They should be earning and they should be paying that much of tax which is equal to their 3 days wage. Then only they will be in this category. They are entitled to vote. The second one is your passive, women and children, totally removed. People below 25, male, even if he is from the elite category, still he is removed, not entitled to vote. Now come here, it is a star mark. To qualify as a elector, we are supposed to elect someone as a elector, and they as a member of the assembly, a man had to belong to the highest bracket of taxpayer. This is only you are an elector. Means you are voting for someone, you are in the stage of voting here. But if you want to elect yourself, you are nominate yourself into the National Assembly, you want to be a part of the National Assembly, then you should be the highest taxpayer of that region. Then you will be into the National Assembly. You can see on your page here, we have the diagram given here, and it is legislative, executive, and from this side, legislative, executive, and judiciary. So here you can see under executive, the king and the ministers are given, and in the below one you see the people who are supposed to the active citizens and the passive citizens. These citizens, the passives are totally removed. These active citizens vote and they elect the National Assembly. And National Assembly, you can see it is clearly when I am explaining, just see the textbook there. You can see the arrows which is controlling the minister and controlling the king. The National Assembly is having the constitution and it is giving the instructions to the ministers and it is giving the instructions to the king. And you can even see this active citizens, they are even voting for the judiciary. Now we don't have the election for the judiciary, but at that time they were having the elections even for the judiciary. No election for king and the ministers. They are of the noble category, nobility, and these people, they are of the elite third estate people, and the active citizens will be voting here and they will be controlling. Active citizens will be voting the judiciary also. This is how the system they have formed with little of the changes. In present democracy, the world is following. It has gone with elections for the legislative and no election for the judiciary. We have the selection, we have the exams, and the judiciary is selected because they have something else to read. They have lots of other topics to be read and they are supposed to understand many of the topics. That is a different kind of subject. So that is little of the change and we are into the democracy. This is how the citizens in the Constitution of 1971 they have drafted this, how the citizens will be, the social status will be given to them as it is the active and the passive. So this comes to an end with your this topic.